everyone. We're here with Paul Story today, and Paul is the principal at Ethos Technologies. And we're here to speak with Paul a little bit. Hey, Paul, how you been?
Doing good, Art, and yourself?
I'm doing great. Sad winter's coming upon us, but another season turns, right?
Well, it's good to see you again, Art. It's been a couple of years since we've been together, and it's good to see you again, guy.
Yeah, I think it was about 5 years. Good to see you.
Has it been that long? Amazing how time flies in this business.
Yes, it does, especially when you live every month and every quarter and every year. It just seems to fly by.
Oh, it does. And you know, when I started selling in this business, well, around 60 years ago now, it just did not seem that long between ending one month and then starting over with a new quota the next month. And the days just click by so quickly. And of course, you get to be my age pretty quickly when you're doing it a month at a time at that speed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you wanted to connect because you had a special need?
Yeah. All right. We need a couple of trained Canon service technicians. You know, it's interesting as the number of paper copies have declined through the years, and more of that has switched to digital image. Then the number of service techs required in each dealership and major operation by the major players, major corporations in this business, has declined, and as such, some of these extremely well-trained people going through very expensive training courses have found themselves with a degree in which they, in their particular locality, there's not work for them, right? And but their training is an extremely valuable asset. As copiers have become more complicated and more looking like computers than copiers, right? Then this specific training that they get through not only Canon, but the other manufacturers of copiers becomes an extremely valuable asset. Now, however, if you're in your same locality and you're downsized, right, most of these people have a non-compete agreement. Right. So what we're looking for, Art, is to attract some of these people outside of their area in which they have their non-compete to beautiful Salem, Virginia. Salem, Virginia, and you've been here, Art. You know how beautiful it is. But it is nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it is just a gorgeous city. Now, having worked most of my life in cities of over 1 million people,
right,
I could not believe when I moved to Salem how different life was. You get 5 or 6 cars at a stoplight, and they think they have a traffic jam. And life is just slower. And you get, when I think of all the time commuting that I spent in these large cities that I lost being with my family, right. I wish I had moved to an area like Salem, Virginia during that period of time. Now, in addition to having an incredible area to raise your children in, if you're a sportsman, or fisherman in particular, we're located 30 miles from Smith Mountain Lake. Smith Mountain Lake is where 2 mountains were dammed up, and it created a lake that has 580 miles of shoreline.
Wow.
And so that provides an incredible amount of real estate for homes. And the homes range in here from a small 1-bedroom house up to mansions. There's a type of house for everyone. But when I look at the cost of living in this area in Salem, for some technician that we bring in from some other city. Let's take New York, for example, or New Jersey.
Yeah.
The cost of living here is extremely low in comparison with these large cities. As an example, the median price for a house I looked up on Google in New York was $580,000. The median house in Salem, Virginia is $242,000.
Mhm.
Now, it isn't that these houses are different. It's just the area they're located in.
That's correct. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is to find some of these people who have this incredible amount of knowledge that's going to waste,
Right.
that we will pay the moving costs,
Nice.
the location costs, to get those people to come join us. Now, I would like to say this about the dealership, Art. You're already aware of it, but we've been in business for almost 40 years in Southwest Virginia. We're the largest Canon dealer. We're also a Konica dealer here.
Yeah.
And so it's a stable place to work. And so I'd like to invite any of those technicians to please send me a resume with their phone number, and let's visit a little bit to see if we have a fit in Southwest Virginia for this ability that they've gained through the years, and haven't contacted me.
Right. And what's the weather like there?
The weather's incredible. The summers are generally, they will run anywhere from the low 80s to the mid 80s.
Right.
You have some days when it may hit 90, but rarely. The nights are generally around, in the summertime, are generally around 70,
Nice.
72. The winters are very mild here. We do have 2 or 3 normally small snow falls during the winter, but those are enough to really just kind of get us into the holiday season and decorate the landscape. Hardly anyone. In fact, I don't know anyone in my entire neighborhood or family that owns a snowblower. I do have a snow shovel, but I couldn't find it last year. We had a 3-inch snowstorm, and I was going to shovel some, but I couldn't find that shovel. So I just waited for a few hours and it was gone anyway.
So that's pretty good. And how close are you to Asheville?
I beg your pardon?
Asheville?
How far?
Yeah, are you close to Asheville at all?
I'm sorry, I'm missing the city.
Asheville?
Oh, Asheville.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Asheville is about, I would guess, around 3 hours away.
Okay, I was just curious.
Oh, yeah. And in fact, we're close to not far from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
We're close to, of course, Greensboro.
Right.
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 Only less than 2 hours to Greensboro.
Right.
So it's well located around where we border, of course, with West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. So we're not far from anything.
Very nice. Very nice. So people interested can reach out to you via your email, right? Which is srpstory@blueridgecopier.com. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's a rather a long one, but the copier company itself is Blue Ridge Copier, and the image side of the business is Ethos Technology. All right.
Right.
But let me repeat that email address very slowly again, if you don't mind, Art.
I don't mind.
That's srpstory at BLUERIDGECOPIER.com. Love to hear from some of you guys, and would invite you to come down and take a look at this gorgeous area.
Yeah, and I can attest that it is one gorgeous area. And if anybody else would like to want to reach out to me, you reach out to me at, of course, my email address is art@p4photel.com. And I can also put you in touch with Paul. But more importantly, I think anybody who's stuck in a megalopolis of Pennsylvania, New York, Washington, Alexandria, and you want to get out of that rat race, this is a fantastic place, not only for you, but for your family and for your kids. I've been there. Unfortunately, I am tied down to New Jersey because I've got 2 new grandchildren, and my wife isn't going anywhere without the grandkids, so I'm stuck in Jersey. But for everybody else, this is a great, great opportunity. And Paul, I'd like to thank you very, very much for coming on today. And hopefully we'll have some candidates for you, and we'll speak again shortly.
Well, Art, thanks, Guy. And it's about time you head back down this way for a little bit too.
Wouldn't mind doing that.
Take care of yourself, Guy.
All right, and please tell Eddie I said hello.